Welcome back everyone on Splitgate, and we're having a quick look at everything again today. I did a similar video a few weeks back that's been getting some quite interesting stuff going on. So reason for today is because in 3 days from today, which will be Tuesday the 24th I believe, we are hopefully getting what looks to be a new battle pass. So this looks like it's going to be a 25 level battle pass. The one currently on the beta is a 15 level battle pass, and it had some really quite cool stuff on it actually. You've got some Splitgate coins, you've got some drops, some banners, some sprays, a new portal, and a tag as well. So that was kind of cool. 15 levels. It was all free for the beta, which was really fantastic, really fun to actually grind through a little bit as well. And there was loads of double XP stuff along the way with daily challenges and weekly challenges that made it pretty simple to get through for everybody in the beta, which is really cool. So, but is the new battle pass going to be as simple? I think not. They're going to want to try and make this battle pass last. It's going to be achievable for everybody, but at the same time, nobody really should be completing that in the first 2 days. But that's really exciting. In 3 days, the 24th of August, we are looking at a new battle pass, and hopefully, because it's called Season Challenges, that hopefully means we will be seeing the end of the beta and a full release of Splitgate. Unfortunately, on the Splitgate website itself and on Discord and on Twitter, there's no official announcement just yet of a confirmed full release date. But the game right now, as it stands, is looking pretty much finished, actually. I mean, there's not really anything left. I mean, I know they did an update today which added 2v2 ranked as well, so now we have 3 different ranked modes. But other than that, there's nothing really this game actually needs. So what we're going to do today actually is we're going to talk about what to expect, what Splitgate is for those who haven't played before and are wondering what this amazing game that's blowing up everywhere and getting millions of people playing it is really about, and what we're doing. And yes, it does look like Halo, and yes, there are portals involved, and they don't hide that. They quite happily advertise the fact that they are a bit of a Halo remake, a bit of a Portal remake, smashed together to make this awesome game. So what we'll do, we'll quickly jump into, we'll go to the training area, because that was a really fun thing last time actually. We can talk about a lot of different things in terms of weapons, things I haven't necessarily discussed yet, and also some cool portal things, because I've changed the way my bindings are on my controller to better suit the jump tracking, so that you can get a much more controlled air pathway and really utilize that amazing lack of gravity and the speed of movement in this game. Okay, so a lot of people say Apex Legends has the best movement out there, and I know in the last dev stream they were discussing the idea of climbing, mantling, vaulting, but they did say there will definitely not be sliding in this. Go check out the dev stream as well, by the way, but they did confirm there will never be sliding in this game, because that would just be too much. And this is a very fast-paced, fast-moving game. This is actually, I feel, faster than Apex Legends in terms of just running speed and sort of flying through the air speed without having anything extra like an ability or a boost or anything like that. And you can actually make yourself fly faster as you come out of a portal. So you'd go through and then you hit the sprint button straight off, you'd fly through the air slightly faster. So that's more made to gain a speed boost. Really good thing to learn here in the firing range as well. Now, recently I went through all of the guns. I'll link my other video down below, and I'll probably a little card in like the top right of the screen as well, to go through all like the damage of the guns, what they do, which ones are ADS, which ones don't have an ADS. So by all means, please go check out that one. But I'm going to go a little bit more nuance on the weapons today, because I've been playing for, well, about 2 weeks now, and I've started to get used to a lot of the guns more, so I'm going to quickly run through these quickly again. I'm also going to, really important point to go through today is the hitboxes. And I think I explained this a little bit in the tutorial run through I did when I first played this game, and that, again, that video will be down below. But the hitboxes in Splitgate are massive. They are massive compared to other games. Not only that, but you can watch here the aim assist is magnetically strong. Like, I'm not using my right analog stick at all, and it is pulling my screen around the dummy here. So even if you're strafing, the aim assist almost counters your own strafe. Like, you don't have to worry about horizontal recoil because the aim assist is that strong. Controller, I'm not a mouse and keyboard player myself, but I can understand this might be a little strong. So one thing we might see in the full release is maybe a bit of a nerf to some of the aim assists. But I don't know, it's not been talked about that much, I don't think, but again, we'll have to maybe check out some more of the Splitgate official tournaments that have been going on as well, the 4v4s, and some of the amazing stuff that's been going with the esports side of this, which, by the way, a beta that's already having insane esports and like £10,000 cash prize pools is absolutely crazy for a beta of any game, if I'm honest. That's utterly crazy. So here we have the Carbine, which is a good one to start off with because it's both good for long range and sort of mid range, and it's a good one to do hitbox sizes on because I can ADS as well, which is very helpful, and I can also do some hip fire because it does change. So we'll go from top to bottom, starting from the head. So headshot, you can see is 40 damage on the Carbine. That's quite clearly a headshot. And then if I move out slightly, you see how the reticle changes from orange to white when I'm out, and also you see the aim assist is pulling me back and away past out of the hitbox range. My movement increases, my sensitivity increases because it's no longer got the aim assist pulling it back towards the hitbox. And what you'll notice there about the hitbox as well is that clearly I'm on target, orange, clearly, but then still orange, still there. I mean, that's clearly a miss. And yet, you can see his head flying back, blood spurting everywhere. And that should not be hitting. I mean, there you can see it missing. Unless the reticle is way off. That's utterly crazy. This does change at long range though. It does become a little harder. And from above, you can see that it is missing. But at close range, there are some areas like underneath the arm, under the armpit. It's still hitting. I mean, that's quite a big gap area as well. In a fast-paced game with a low time to kill as well, and where hitting your shots matters, that's going to make a big difference. We'll take this to its bigger brother, the sniper, because we can really see where the bullet goes with the sniper. Okay, especially by EDS, you can see it's completely missing. It's going right over. There's not even any blood coming out of his head or shoulder or nothing. You can see the bullet traveling way over. And it's still causing 65 damage. So it's not giving me headshot damage per se, unless I go for the headshot actually. But that's pretty insane, and you can do this with hip firing as well. It gets a little bit closer, you can see the bullet going past his head, not making contact, and I'm still doing 150 damage. So we might see this change, they might tighten the hitboxes up. I wouldn't complain if they did, because that is pretty insane. You can go sort of between the legs a bit as well, and sort of go up the side of the leg there. You can see I missed. You can see the bullet hole on the other side, clearly missed. This also works as well if we do it from above through a portal. See the portal? You can see the dummy through the portal there. So we shoot down behind him. That's 65 hit. And from him, we'll come a bit closer. There we go, in between his hands there. Still got a headshot actually. When his head is there, and you see where that bullet hole is there. I mean, there's more than another shot's width in between that shot and his head, and I still got a 150 damage for that. For, quite frankly, what is a complete miss, really. Especially, I wonder how this does play at a high level. The fact that you can pretty much like completely miss. And we can see all the bullet holes in the ground here. Completely miss and still do the damage. So I wonder if that will change. Aim assist is still on the snipes as well, even stronger actually. Take a bit of range on this. And the best place to do it is down here. Good place to practice your range as well, because there's one guy way up there. And we can see the bullet going straight past him, and it's still doing damage. So yeah, I suppose, you know, I mean, this isn't a ludicrously high skill game. It has got some high skill, but the high skill is mostly in the way people use the jetpack and the way they move and the way they use those portals, but in terms of mechanical aim, it does appear that maybe on controller we've got maybe a bit too much going on with that, and that might have to change. We'll try it maybe with something that's not got a so we've got a pistol here. Take that long range. Oh my reticle's white, it shouldn't be hitting. Apparently it is, because it does change even long range. So even when like it tells you you're probably gonna miss, you can still hit. So that's one thing to look out in this game if you're new to this game. Massive hitbox, very easy to learn in terms of mechanical aim. And it's actually a very easy game to learn overall anyway. So we have jetpacks which allow you to float through the air, which is pretty fun, pretty cool. And we have portals as well that allow you to just go to different areas of the map, surprise your opponent from the side when they're not expecting it. And the best way, I think, to use a portal is to really place the one you're going to go through first. So I'd place the one we go through first and then place the one I want to look through, so I can look and it's already there. Because people get very good already in the beta of this game at deleting their portal, your enemy portal, before you've placed the other one. So if I came in and I know there's a guy up above me, I'm in a level below maybe, I can see there's a portal part there. So if I put that on there, by the time I've placed that one, they've usually thrown a grenade at that one and destroy it, and I don't get my opportunity to try and shoot him through the portal. So definitely place your entry portal first and your exit portal secondly. It doesn't matter what colour you use. You can go for, you know, the orange first and then the blue, or you can go for the blue first and then the orange. It really doesn't matter because they work completely two-way. That means they can also shoot you through your own portal. If they see a portal go up there, they can wait a second for you, that you're assumedly going to place your own one, and then to shoot you before you've even put your aim up on them and shot them if they just aim at the centre of the portal, because that's probably where you're going to be. So that covers like kind of portal basic, the most important thing I think actually with portals. Other than that, it's just learning where all of the portal pads on each map, trying to get used to some really regular run routes, like, you know, especially at the start of the game as well, if you make a decision on where you're going to put your first portal, and where you're going to try and get to, where you think the enemy's going to try and get to as well, or maybe where there's a power weapon waiting for you, because you can see through portals, you can have a look and say, okay, look, there's all the weapons. You can't see timers when you look through a portal, you can see if a weapon is there. So you're like, yep, okay, there's a shotgun, great, go and grab that. Cool, go back through the portal, get back in the fight I was in. Fantastic. So you can use it to scope out where you think... Oh, you can see the timers actually in this case. So you can see how long's left on the gun. And you can see where it's going to be. So great, it's there, I can grab another one. Fantastic, and come back. So it's a good way of keeping an eye on power weapons, because they're very important in this game as well, because everybody usually starts in most game modes with the carbine, the assault rifle, or the battle rifle. Those seem to be the first three you see in most game modes, apart from shorty snipers, where everybody has a shotgun and a sniper rifle. And that doesn't really change. There might be some other modes. Instagib, for example, has a railgun only, and that pretty much, and then the Showdown, which is one of the ranked modes, that has random loadouts, and so does Fiesta, for example, gun game. But other than that, standard game mode is to have a carbine to start with and maybe an assault rifle as a secondary. So power weapons are pretty important because they can do insane damage. And I didn't really cover this when I did the shotgun in my first video. But basically, the shotgun is the highest damage per round gun in the whole game, okay? Headshot, 210, 175 to the body, even from like not point blank range. You can get pretty decent damage. That's insane. I mean, and we have a rocket launcher in this game, right? Which does 150 no matter where you hit them in the body, whether it's the head or the body. 150. A shotgun does more damage than a high explosive round in this game. That's pretty amazing. I don't think the big fat bat doesn't even... Yeah, 150. So shotgun is going to be, if you want high damage, shotgun is the way to go. And obviously sniper does same as is 150 to the head, 65 to the body. So again, a shotgun's more powerful than a sniper up close range. I don't know if that's to do with the spread or what, but this thing is an absolute beast, the shotgun. So definitely worth picking up. And obviously go check out my other video where I specifically go through all the game modes if you want to look at what every game mode has in terms of guns, in terms of what you got to do. And you'll find if surely snipers is the game for you, then you're going to have a lot of fun with the shotgun in that, for example. If there's another game mode actually you don't want to play with the shotgun and the sniper because they're a bit too strong, or that you're not a fan of single fire slower weapons, you'll go find another game mode. And like I said, I've got a video on that as well, so we'll put that down below, and I'll probably put a card up again if I can. Probably just put a link down below on that one. But make sure you come to the practice range if you're new to this game, because there's lots of portal pads you can put down. There's lots of different things you can try. I think you've seen like before, you can literally put one below you and then just go bam, and you can spend a whole just relaxing mindfulness moment of drunken portal hopping. And you can do this in game. If you find a portal pad on the ground, you can in theory just bounce up and down in the same spot. I mean, you'd probably be quite easy, well, potentially quite easy to shoot, but if you want to get some extra height and you're maybe the VIP, maybe, so like you've got the extra health so you can take the extra damage and then just come up and just shoot people, that's pretty awesome. You can just hop and hop and hop. Although quite interesting there, you'll see that guns in this game can be so strong that it affects your trajectory in midair. So if we go through it again, so I'm just dropping, I'm not moving my left stick, so this is purely going straight up and straight down. If I fire my gun in midair, where is it there? It actually causes trajectory backwards from the gun. So in midair, the way you use your gun changes your flight pattern. So bear that in mind as well. The physics are that good in this game. And also, if you go through a portal and it's upside down, it will automatically flip you around the correct way. So you can see, if I go through this way, woo! That's quite fun. So it's all upside down, like, oh no, if I go through, I'm going to be like, all screwed up. It's fine, it flips you around and you'll be absolutely fine. So that's all fine. But bear in mind, yeah, you fly through the air, fire your gun off, it's going to disrupt your flight path. And the way you control your flight path, though, is not to just jump and just hold the jetpack button and burn all your fuel instantly, because you'll fly. So you can make it to the end of here, that's fine. But if you want to go further, for example, we go over here. If I want to get from this corner to the other corner, oh, I can just about make that. Just about make that. Just about make that jump. But then I'll have no jetpack after. But you can, of course, feather the jetpack. So you can see it slowly goes down. If you spam, or I think spacebar on PC, and controller, it will probably be, I guess, X by default. But I've actually changed my controller bindings so that I can have better control in midair and still move my camera and still fire all at the same time. Because one of the biggest disadvantages of controller versus mouse and keyboard is, of course, the fact that normally to do pretty much anything, unless you're really good at playing claw, you have to take your thumbs off the thumbsticks to do something, which means at the same time you can't look around, sometimes you can't change direction, you can't duck, move, maneuver, dodge, change your aim, maybe snapshot someone if you catch them just on the corner of your eye. Whereas on mouse and keyboard, you have all of your fingers at your disposal to do whatever you want, and the freedom is absolutely insane. But I just love the feeling of a controller on my hands and trigger and like the thumb control. I really enjoy that, and I've probably never I've tried mouse and keyboard before in other games, but I just cannot get over the joy of a controller, and it's just its bespokeness to gaming, whereas I don't feel like I'm just typing an essay. But anyway, back to the jetpack and why I've changed my controller bindings, so I can do this. Didn't have to use all of my jetpack to make it all the way around. Whereas before I'd have to use my whole I'm using my whole jetpack to do that, and it's not really even that accurate to get there. Whereas before, if you just tap that button and then watch as you sort of bounce and go, you can move in sort of a straight line in midair as well. Like you're just moving nice and smoothly through the air in a straight line, as opposed to having to do the big arc upwards and then being a free fall drop, and you can't do anything because you've used up all your jetpack, and you're kind of waiting for it to recharge, and you can't. It's not recharging because you're still trying to use it. So you have to let it recharge. But if you feather it, and I can only use half my jetpack to get around there, instead of going, oh no, no, and then landing and having no jetpack. So you do like sort of half a jetpack there, and then jump and go half a jetpack up onto here. Still got a little bit more up onto here, in one sort of jetpack use. So that's really important. And again, come into practice range and practice that here. Best time to do it. If you're new to the game, this is the best place to be. Practice some different things you can do, like going above people, doing like crazy jumps into portals. That always is a lot of fun as well. You can build up speed as well, because you gain momentum as well with portal jumping. So you can like take that full drop momentum in to get that big jump there as well, and that works in pretty much any angle here. So we can put one here. Woo! So if I go up here, whee! Big jump out. You can almost wall bounce that, which is really cool. There is no wall bouncing in this game because there's no climbing, so of course you can't wall bounce. But if they do if they implement vaulting, climbing, mantling, that would enable sort of wall bouncing, which would be insane in this game. You like bounce with here and then turn around, take somebody out. That would just be absolutely insane. I know there's already an argument in other games like Apex again about tap strafing being a big problem at a high level. Imagine if there's tap strafing in Splitgate. That would be absolutely insane. So that's just my quick rundown of things to look out for in the game if you're new to the game. The exciting news that in a couple of days we'll be getting a new battle pass. The shotgun being ridiculously powerful, and you need to get good with it, and this is obviously the place where you're going to have to just get used to using all of the weapons. And also a couple of portal tricks, a couple of jump tactics as well that are really quite basic to the game. These are not high pro maneuvers. A lot of high pro videos will be about where specific portals need to be placed on specific maps, but if you can't get down the basics of like managing your jetpack and knowing the order in which to place a portal really, instead of leaving yourself open to attack or with a wasted use of your portal, then all those pro tips aren't really going to mean much to you. And I think actually for people like myself as well, just want to play this game casually, just want to have fun, but at the same time don't want to be like completely terrible and getting stomped on all the time. These are the tips that I think are really just going to be really helpful, just to feel like you're having a good time in the game still. So yeah, let me know if that really helped down below. Comment, love if you're still in the video, and as always, of course, grow strong, learn fast, and always be kind.